This is the second in the 3 training videos. As I said in part 1 on creating a new competency, the easiest way to complete the next step, which is to create the course, is just to click the button that appears on that create a new competency form. But there's another way of getting there as well. You can just save that form and then come to your home page, and if you scroll down to your training app, click on it and go down to profiles and select competencies, and you'll see the competency that I created in part 1 appears here, how to manage an incident at work. So I didn't say any retraining was required, so there's no words there, but yeah, you can see where that competency now is. So I can just click on this blue icon here to open up that form as I can with any, or that record as I can with any record in the system. And now I can select the Create Course button here. The other way of creating the course is to go to the home, your home page, Start New Training, and click Set Up a Course. And this form will appear. This is the same form that would appear if I had clicked the button previously. So the name I've given the course is How to Manage an Incident at Work. I've said that I own the course in case anybody, so that if anybody wants to discuss it, they know who to talk to. I've popped in a course description here, and now I'm going to select what competencies will be covered in this course. So I'm going to choose that from the competencies that have already been created, and the one that I'm interested in is this one, how to manage an incident at work, but it could be several competencies that you choose to make up a course. I click the submit button, and now you can see that that competency appears here. It's actually going to be it's actually a link to the process that I want them to read. The prerequisites required, if I felt that staff needed to have successfully completed some other training before they did this one, then I would tick that prerequisites required box, and some other fields would pop up that I'd need to populate. With regards to trainees, I said that for this particular competency I wanted all staff to be familiar with it. So if I click on this little icon down here, I don't need to manually select every single staff member. I can just go to the all staff group and tick that box and tick submit. The benefit of ticking that all staff group is that when a new staff member is added to the system, to the software, then they will automatically be part of this all staff group. The assessment type, I've got a couple of choices here designed for whether if staff are already competent because they've been working here for quite a while, for example, I could tick this grandfathered box. If the assessment was to be completed outside of the software, for example, I was sending staff on a first aid course, then that assessment would be delivered by the training provider. So then I would click the assessment to be completed outside of this software button. But in this case, the assessment is going to be completed in this software, and it's just going to be an acknowledgement only type of assessment. But I do have the opportunity of setting up in this software an exam that would give people a score, or I could set it up so that people simply pass or fail the course or exam. It's a existing assessment that I have, so but if I clicked this button here, new assessment, then this field appears and I could create a new assessment from this space. In this case, I simply want to use an existing assessment, so I click that button and this little link appears, and there's only one assessment that has been, or one exam that has been set up in the system so far. So I'm just going to click that one. I simply want people to read the document. If they don't understand anything, to discuss it with their manager, and when they do understand the document, to tick the checkbox that they'll see. I click the submit button. These assessment instructions appear when the employee goes to do the training, so it's a bit of an explanation as to what they need to do. Down here you'll see that the training material has already appeared, and if I had additional information that I wanted them to see in the training, such as slides, then I could attach those slides here. But I'm not going to do that. I'm simply going to click the save button. And now that I've clicked that save button, this little red assign training button has appeared. If I click on that button, a new form will open, but that's an easy option, so I'm going to show you how to assign the training in a different way in the software. But before we do that, I want to show you where the information that I've just done has been, or the course that I've just created has been saved. So if I go back to my home page and click on training, the training app, and down here if I click profiles, course profile, and you can see that the course I've just created, how to manage an incident at work, has appeared. And now we're going to move on to part 3 in setting up the training, which concerns how to assign an employee to training.